The red Ferrari shone under the morning sun like a jewel, sleek, flawless, and outrageously expensive. Executives in suits circled it like curious children, whispering and pointing at the hood. "It won't start at all," one asked. "Nope," another replied. "Dead as a rock. AQ is fried or something." But the only one who wasn't impressed was the car's owner, Grayson Wolf, a billionaire CEO known for his towering ego and a tongue sharp enough to slice steel. He smirked at the crowd of employees gathered in the company's parking lot. "I'll make you all a deal," Grayson announced loudly, tapping the Ferrari's hood. "Whoever can fix this thing gets to keep it. I don't even want it anymore." The employees laughed nervously. Everyone knew Grayson never meant what he said. His words were for entertainment, not truth. Standing a few feet away, wearing a faded maintenance uniform and holding a mop handle, was Marcus Reed, the quiet black janitor no one ever noticed. He wasn't part of the crowd. He wasn't supposed to be. But he couldn't help glancing at the car. Not because of its beauty, but because he recognized the sound they described. A cold, stubborn silence. He'd heard it before. Grayson spotted him and smirked. "Oh look, even the janitor's interested. You want a shot, buddy?" The employees giggled. Marcus straightened slowly. "I used to work on cars," he said softly. "I might be able to see what's wrong." Grayson burst into laughter. "No offense, pal, but this is a $400,000 Ferrari. Not a lawn mower." A few execs snickered. Marcus swallowed his pride, but his voice remained calm. "I'm not saying I'll fix it. Just saying I can look at it." Grayson grinned as if this were the best entertainment he'd had all week. "Sure," he said mockingly. "Go ahead. If you fix it, the Ferrari's yours." The crowd laughed out loud now. Everyone thought it was a joke. Everyone except Marcus. He approached the car, gentle and focused, like he was greeting an old friend. He popped the hood. The executives rolled their eyes. "What's he gonna do? Breathe on it?" someone muttered. Marcus ignored them. He examined the engine, listened, touched, observed. Then, without saying a word, he walked to his janitor's cart, grabbed a pair of rubber gloves, a tiny flashlight, and a small toolkit he kept for fixing equipment. He took a long breath. Then he got to work. The crowd whispered, "What's he doing? He's gonna break it worse. This is embarrassing." But Marcus tuned them out completely. He carefully checked the battery. Then the fuse box. Then the wiring. Suddenly he froze. There. A problem so small most mechanics would overlook it. But not him. Marcus smiled faintly. He removed a panel beneath the steering column, fiddled with a cluster of disconnected wires, reconnected them in a precise sequence, and tightened one loose port. Then he stepped out of the car. "All right," Marcus said quietly. "Try it now." Grayson raised an eyebrow. "Oh, this I gotta see." The CEO climbed into the driver's seat, inserted the key, and twisted. The engine roared to life. Sharp, loud, perfect. The crowd jumped. People gasped. A few even clapped instinctively. Grayson's jaw dropped open. "What? How? What did you do?" Marcus shrugged humbly. "Loose wiring to the ECU. Probably happened during transport or service. Easy fix." The executive stared at Marcus like he'd suddenly grown wings. "You fixed a Ferrari in 5 minutes, one whispered. "That's insane." Grayson climbed out, stunned, speechless, pale. The employees crowded around Marcus. "That was incredible. Bro, you're a genius. You should be a mechanic, not a janitor." Marcus only smiled softly. Grayson finally regained his voice. You tricked me," he said angrily. "You knew exactly what you were doing." Marcus tilted his head. "You're the one who said the Ferrari was mine if I fixed it." The crowd went silent, dead silent. Grayson stumbled, his arrogance collapsing in real time. "Wait. Hold on. I was joking." "But I wasn't," Marcus said simply. The executives looked at each other. They all heard the CEO's exact words. Clear as day. "Whoever fixes it gets the car." Suddenly the Chinese investor visiting that day stepped forward. He had witnessed the entire scene. "I heard the deal," he said firmly. "Give the man what you promised." Grayson's face turned bright red. "Listen, this is ridiculous." The investor raised an eyebrow. "You break your promise," he said coldly, "and my company walks away from the $80 million merger." Gasps filled the parking lot. The billion-dollar businessman, The man who mocked Marcus now stood frozen, trapped by his own arrogance. Marcus simply waited, calm, dignified. Grayson swallowed hard. Finally, he nodded. Fine, he muttered through clenched teeth. The car is yours. The employees cheered. Some clapped Marcus on the back. Others hugged him. Marcus didn't celebrate. He just looked at the Ferrari thoughtfully. I appreciate it, he said quietly. But I don't need a Ferrari. Grayson looked shocked and relieved. But, Marcus continued, I do want something else. Grayson groaned. Oh boy, what now? Marcus looked him straight in the eyes. A chance, he said softly. Hire me in your engineering department. The crowd fell silent again. Grayson blinked. You want to work here? In engineering? Yes, Marcus said. That's what I was trained for. Before life took a different turn. People exchanged glances. Grayson exhaled. Somewhere inside him, beneath the ego and the wealth, a tiny spark of respect began to appear. You fixed a Ferrari, he muttered. My engineers can't even do that. Marcus shrugged. I've been fixing engines since I was 9. Grayson looked around. Every executive was watching him. The visiting investor was waiting. Marcus stood in front of him, calm but hopeful. Grayson extended his hand slowly. Welcome to the engineering team, Mr. Reed. The entire company applauded. Marcus shook his hand, feeling years of hardship finally lift from his shoulders. He handed the Ferrari keys back. I don't need the car, he said. Just the opportunity. Grayson stared at him, awed now, not mocking. You earned both, he said. But, we'll start with the job. Marcus nodded, grateful, proud, unbroken. Because sometimes the most extraordinary people are hiding in plain sight. In work boots, in janitor uniforms, in silence. Waiting for one moment to show the world who they really are. Moral of the story. Never judge a person by their job, their clothes, or their circumstances. Respect everyone you meet, because brilliance, talent, and greatness often come wrapped in humility. And one small chance can change a person's entire life.